Well, hello, all of my sweet friends out here in YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to another look at what we have had for dinner around here lately. I like to show you the meals that we eat, hopefully giving you some inspiration. These are some pretty quick meals again. We've been under the weather, not feeling our best, but we still had some delicious food to eat. I hope you will stay tuned for the whole video, get some inspiration here for some things to cook for your family for dinner that are quick, easy, and delicious. So let's get right on into the video. Guys, I spontaneously decided to make some homemade chicken noodle soup. Woke up feeling a little bit under the weather today, so this wasn't necessarily planned, but I have all the stuff for it. I wish I had fresh garlic, but I used all of that yesterday. But in here, I'm just basically going to start cooking my bone-in chicken breast for the broth, and of course for the chicken meat. But the broth will be perfect from a bone-in chicken breast actually too. So in here I have garlic powder, salt, pepper, and carrots. I'm going to put some onion in here in a little bit, and some celery, and I'll add more carrots when it's time to serve, more so meaning once I take out the chicken, debone it, that kind of thing, put the chicken back in, then I will add more carrots. But like I said, I'll do celery and onion as well. So I'm going to get my chicken in here, get this cooking low and slow for some delicious broth for this chicken noodle soup. All right, I have two big bone-in, skin-on chicken breast underneath all of the water and the onions there. It's really good to have bone-in chicken for health benefits, especially if you're doing broth. There's just so many good health benefits that you get from the bones. So it makes a great broth. So of course when the chicken is all done, I'll take it out, I'll discard the skin, we'll pick all the chicken off the bones, put it back in there for our chicken noodle soup. So this is low and slow, it's just going to cook away. Alright you guys, I just pulled these two chicken breasts out of my kettle. You can see there's some carrots and celery on there. I'm going to let these cool, and I'll just pull off all the skin, take all the chicken off the bone, and then it's going to be added back into the broth. So let me show you the broth here. I'm not going to be able to get too close because it's super steamy, but you can see how rich the color of the broth is now because this chicken has really infused so much flavor and nutrition in there. So I'm going to add some more water in up to the top. I'm going to add a little dry chicken bouillon for flavoring. I'll taste it and kind of see where we are on that. I don't want to get it too salty. And then I'll continue on by adding in the rest of my ingredients. I've got this Knorr chicken bouillon flavoring seasoning. I'm going to add in maybe about a heaping tablespoon to start, and I'll make sure it's not too salty. Look how much chicken came off of those two chicken breasts. I mean, this is heaped up on my plate. I could just sit here and put a little bit of salt on a little piece and just snack on this chicken. It is so, so good. All right, we are ready to get the noodles in there. One last thing, I will probably sprinkle on some parsley flakes right before I serve it, but I'm going to put just a smidge of this ground sage in there. I just thought of it and I thought, I think I'm going to add a little bit of that to the broth. Let me show you the noodles I'm going to use. I've got this Mrs. Miller's homemade noodles. Gunner and Abigail brought these back from Holmes County, Ohio with some fun little snacks they brought back for us a while back. So I'm going to use these today for my chicken noodle soup. Alright, we've got a good rolling boil. I'm going to probably use about half a package of these noodles. Okay, I think that's about half a pack. Now I'm just gonna let these cook through until the noodles are done. And then I'm gonna top it off with some heavy cream. And so it's gonna be like a creamy chicken noodle soup once I put that in. I'll show you that here in just a second. All right, the noodles are pretty much done. And I'm gonna pour in just a little bit of heavy cream here. That was probably about 1/4 cup. Stir that around. That looks delicious. I could thicken this broth, but I feel like this is about where I want it. I don't want it too thick. I want it to be good and brothy while we're eating on it. And I have some of the Sister Schubert, the quick bake 5-minute yeast rolls in the oven. Oh, yum. This looks great. I actually think I'm going to pour just a little bit more. All right, let me look at that. I think this looks just right. Oh my goodness. It is literally 7:30 at night. James is not even home yet. He's helping Gunner with the cows and the pigs. The actual cow, we just have one cow right now at Gunner's, and pigs. So he's helping him right now. I don't know if I can wait much longer because I am ready for dinner. This is gonna be delicious. All right, here are our 2 bowls of creamy chicken noodle soup. Doesn't this look delicious? I think I told you I made these Sister Schubert rolls, so they are going to be so amazing. With this soup, we are digging in. Right, now we're moving on to another meal that we had recently. That is corned beef gravy and biscuits with just fried eggs. This is very easy and delicious. I don't know why we don't have this more often than what we do. Really love corned beef gravy. What's great about corned beef? It is shelf stable. It's in a can. It can be in your pantry, and that is a bonus as well. So let's get started here with this corned beef. You can see here that it's opened up, and in my frying pan already I have just a little bit of vegetable oil or canola oil. I can't remember what I had in there, but a little bit of oil in the bottom. You're going to break that up. Actually, I can tell you what I had in there. Bacon grease. That's a little bit of bacon grease in there. I am adding just a little bit more now and just getting ready to start the process of making the gravy. So we got salt and pepper going in as well. Then I'm going to add my flour, get it all mixed up, and then I will add in my liquid. More than likely, I'm using evaporated milk or just regular milk. I love the flavor that you get in gravy from evaporated milk, so most often that's what I'm using. All right, the milk is in. I'd say that's about 2.5, 3 cups or so of milk. If I'm using evaporated milk, I usually use the whole can, and then I just use about the same amount of water. So I'm just going to be stirring that around until I get that incorporated really well. Next, I am going to move on to my eggs, and I'm going to show you here I got a new skillet for Christmas. We needed to replace a nonstick Tefal skillet. So my husband James bought this one. I've never had one quite like this. It is Tefal, but I'm telling you, I am loving this pan. I wasn't quite sure what I'd think about it, but I am loving it. I will see if I can find that and link it below. So I added in some more pepper there, you saw, and I want to apologize for whatever strange things my camera is doing. I did not know it until I started editing. This is the normal lighting that I always have, and my camera just was, I don't know, something has gotten messed up in my settings or something, because the lighting was terrible on some of these clips. So I apologize, but take a look at that corned beef gravy. That was so good, you guys. Delicious. It's so thick. The flavor of the corned beef really is delicious as well. And I just fried up an egg to go along with it. So that was a quick and easy meal. If you haven't tried corned beef gravy, basically just use it like you would when you do sausage gravy. It's really yummy. Give it a try. All right, leave a comment down below if you love Greek food. We sure do, and I love a good gyro. This is a quick and easy meal, so convenient because it is a box kit that has basically everything you need in it. This is the one from Aldi. I've bought this one for years. It makes 5 really hearty Euro sandwiches, and they are amazing, let me tell you. So you get out your meat, you saute that in the skillet. It literally takes a couple of minutes. You basically get your box out and let your meat kind of thaw, and then it fries up super quickly. Your pitas, those will be thawing out as well as your tzatziki sauce, and you just warm the pitas up in the microwave, fill it full of the meat, and then put whatever you want on with it as far as toppings go. Of course, the tzatziki sauce is so delicious. That comes in the kit as well. We like usually some onion, maybe some cheese. Sometimes we do tomato if we have it. It's just so good. The quality is delicious, and I think the price has gone up a little bit, as has everything just about lately. But it's still very much worth the price. I think it's maybe $8 to $9. It used to be about $7. For the 5 big sandwiches, and they do not skimp around on the meat. It's plenty of meat for the 5 sandwiches. If you guys have not tried this, I encourage you to try it. It could not be easier. I served mine alongside some buffalo chicken dip and tortilla chips. It was fast, easy, and delicious, and we didn't have to go to a Greek restaurant to get it. All right, another meal we had was chili. I have not made chili for such a long time. I don't know why. We love chili, and it is a favorite. So it was high time for a big pot of chili. Here's how I made it. Good morning, everyone. I have some sausage frying in the background. I'm making some breakfast, and then I'm getting out food for dinner tonight. I haven't made a pot of chili in just way too long, and it's pretty cold here today in Indiana. It's been very mild all the way through December. Today's January the 3rd, I think, or 4th, and it's very cold this morning. So it dropped down, and thought, what a perfect day for chili. So what I'm going to show you here in this Ziploc bag, I try to keep everything like this corralled in a Ziploc bag. So what I have on here, in here, are kind of some odds and end things. Now, these two didn't make it into the bag, but I just basically know that I have this in my freezer that has all sorts of things that I can use, components for recipes, because I try not to waste. Hang on one second. Let me make sure the sausage is doing okay back here. Okay, now, as I was saying, this helps keep them corralled in your freezer, so you don't have lots of odds and end things, you know, buried under things and you don't know where or what you have in your freezer. So, like I said, these two didn't make it into the bag, but I just basically went in to see what I have that I can add to chili. So I have some little cherry tomatoes here that I felt like I wasn't going to use them in time or whatever. Threw them in the freezer. Those will go in my chili. This is just a small amount of ground beef. For whatever reason, this wasn't used, so it's already browned up and ready. This is going to go in my chili. Now I'm going to see what I have here in my bag. These are some peppers, some jalapeno peppers and banana peppers. A couple of these will go in my chili. This is, it says browned ground beef. So I think I'm going to add this to my chili. I already have out a pound of ground beef that's thawing out. This right here is not a whole lot of extra, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my chili. This is a package of black olives. Don't need that for chili. I have a few more. These are halved cherry tomatoes. That will go in the chili. And this looks like some kidney beans or pinto beans. Nonetheless, doesn't really matter. This will also go in my chili. So now I'm down to just a little bit of black olives in here, and I won't use all of these peppers. I'll take out what I need, and the rest will go in here. So like I said, this is a great way to help corral odds and end things in your freezer, so you'll know, hey, let me go right to this bag and see what I have that I can use to add to recipes. So I will show you here as we get going on our chili.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And
this chili was very, very tasty. It was very rich and thick. It was very heavily tomato seasoned, which my husband James particularly loves. We really enjoyed this chili, and the Tex Mex seasoning added a really great flavor.
You can take me high.
This last meal, I am showing you loaded nachos. Those are some of the seasonings that we used to season up the ground beef. You can see them there. I also diced up half of a green pepper that I had that needed to be used. I'm going to heat up these refried beans. I just did them quick and easy in the microwave. And then on this cutting board here, I just have out our little Gordo's cheese, I think it's called. Some toppings that we really like on our nachos. I just got everything prepared, got out the chips, and there we have it. We have loaded nachos for dinner tonight. That is actually one of our favorites. We always have plenty of ground beef in our freezer, so that is a quick and easy meal to put together, and it's just always the one that hits the spot. I hope you guys have enjoyed these dinner ideas. Maybe got some inspiration or saw something that you haven't made in a while. These were all easy, very good, hit the spot, and I will be back next week to show you some more things that we've had to eat around here. Stay tuned till then, and I'll see you the next time.